Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Really Late Night with Matt Struck. I am your host, Matt Struck. How are you all doing?
This is my friend, Matt.
No, just say hi, I'm Matt.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Ezra. Done.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Matt creates an unbelievable amount of content. He has over 100 videos on YouTube, showcasing his hilariously weird and occasionally psychotic comedic style. He has an animated series called Matt Toppings, Little Pizza in a Big City. He even has a rap persona named Juicetown Boober.
My name is Juicetown. I'm the cleverest.
But the thing that Matt is probably best known for is Really Late Night with Matt Struck.
I met you working at Think Coffee in NYC in what, 2014, 2015, something like that?
That sounds about right. Probably closer to 2013, 2014.
And you were the only person I could stand working at that godforsaken coffee shop. And you asked me to be on your late night show.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, it was a live show that we performed in a donut shop.
Yes.
Okay.
It was at a donut shop after hours that we closed down, that we pretended it was a late night show with cameras, and there were no cameras.
Right. And you were the host and you had special guests. That was the show as it started. It was a live show for a live audience, pretending there were cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And then it evolved into a show that was a live show on Denver Access television, public access.
A new study shows that millennials have shorter attention spans than...
Late night, bright light in the city, in the back of a yellow with your pretty little bitties.
Well, it even goes one step further. So me and my friends kind of filmed like a pilot for like a late night style show. We were like kind of unprepared for the amount of work that would be, and it kind of just stayed stuck in the editing phase. So then to keep momentum, I decided to do it at the coffee shop for a while where I could interview guests and get more prepared. And then I moved back to Denver and I still hadn't let this idea go yet. And I was like, joined the public access station and people were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to have a late night TV show. Yeah, we got a great show planned for you tonight. I hope you are all ready to have fun.
But the thing about Really Late Night with Matt Struck is that it's not all fun. It's actually quite dark. And a lot of the show deals with Matt's very real struggle with alcoholism and getting sober.
So one thing, let me clear something up. Between when I lived in New York and when I moved to Denver, you know, I had kind of my own recovery from drinking. You know,
Right.
I'm alcoholic, all that terrible good stuff that you get after you become sober. And the show transformed into a character who's named after me, who has a late night show.
I've been working too hard and I just haven't been taking care of things. I know, okay? But who knows, by this time next year, show could be on cable, or, you know, we could get more staff writers or something. Like, I can tell that this show is gonna be the difference maker and I won't have to be struggling all the time.
You have to promise me you will not be drunk tonight. Please. You do that?
Even now too, when I have to film the scenes where I'm drinking, it's like water instead of vodka. It's a weird way for me to kind of revisit my past, and I'm still trying to like understand it and kind of heal it, you know, with this kind of dramedy, part funny, part sad kind of example of what my life kind of was like.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming to a taping of Really Late Night. Right now, Matt is in the back practicing his lines. And even though this stage is up here, you are the most important part of the show. So big laughs, high energy, okay? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Another theme that Really Late Night with Matt Struck deals with is the idea of fame, or not attaining enough fame, or watching your friends surpass you.
Hey Matt, it's Kevin. Just wondering where you're at. Wanted to make sure that you still wanted to do the podcast today.
I've always kind of seen you as being the next big thing because you have a lot of talent. You have like a huge body of work. And I feel like both you and I have always kind of been working right on the cusp of fame. Like we're kind of just one video away from going viral, or we're just like one opportunity away from blowing up big. So it's like,
right. Or we know famous people who are just one like shoulder tap away.
Yeah.
Is my need for love and attention so deep that I've crafted a whole show around myself?
Is fame the goal? Is going viral the goal? Or what is your drive, I guess?
So what has made the show most successful has been kind of the amount of quality and work that goes into it. And to me, that's always important, you know? And it took me a long time to kind of get over chasing the famous part, you know, because when I was in New York, I feel like I had that bug a lot more. To me, all I want is to have just enough to just, you know, live a life that's not scared by poverty, you know?
That's what's really good about you. Is like, because I tell people about your show, right? And very few people have heard of it. But the few that have, really like it. I feel like yours has a little more niche value to it versus that mainstream appeal.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically, you're just saying that no one watches my show? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
All right, thanks for having me as a guest.
That was
All
it.
right.
I just want to like connect with people that get my comedy and just really stay true to like the story. You know, the people who know about it are really supportive, and you know, that's to me just lovely, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of inspired by one of my patrons. His name is W.B. Coit. He gave me advice as a creative when I was like first starting out. He said like, I would rather be like 10 people's number 1 than like 100 people's number 30, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that advice seeped into my mind, and I'm cool with like just having, you know, these 60 fans or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have to say that I really love that you have told me that several times, the hardest working man in late night television, because sometimes I'm not sure if people can tell. I think a lot of people have this idea of work-life balance is like leaving work at a certain time, waking up at a certain time. And that's fine if that works for you, but I found what works for me, which is 6 intense days, 1 day completely unplugged, you know?
Right.
And my defense is that I am very ambitious, and I get a lot of inspiration and energy from like just different rappers, you know? And when people talk to me about work-life balance, I'm like, you know what? Fuck work-life balance. You think Lil Wayne has work-life balance? Get out of my office. And they're like, sir, we're just here to drop off an Amazon package. Can we have you sign? And I'm like, get GTFO.
Late night, bright light in the city in the back of a yellow with your pretty little bitties. It's 20 after 12.